supporting Brighton.
It's been a rollercoaster the entire time.
It's just been a whirlwind from the lows of, not really being in existence anymore to now playing in Europe is just mind-blowing.
Watching us at places like Rochdale and Oldham.
The Nadir was probably losing to 9-man Walsall 1-0. It can't get any worse than that.
It's a special story to League Two, the brink of extinction, to then Europe against some of the biggest in Europe.
We always get quoted with Dean to Wembley, but it's Macclesfield to Marseille. It was quite special, really. So 1997,
what we call the war years,
was just the real low point of the no stadium, heading out the Football League.
We had owners that we wanted to get out, and it was killing the club. Hereford was, to me, is the biggest game in the club's history and the biggest result so far. If we'd have lost that game in '97, that would probably have done for us, and we would have probably gone bust because we wouldn't have had a home secured.
The only way is up.
After we lost the ground, we eventually did get the share at Priestfield Stadium in Gillingham.
A couple of thousand every week on a cavalcade of buses that went up from Hove bus station to Gillingham. The people that did travel were the people who really kept this club alive, really. I used to have my school sports day at Withdean. Then the season would start about 2 weeks later, and you would go from sort of school sports day to League One Championship football.
No real rain cover, no good acoustics, minimum resources, really bad budgets, and yet we still managed to get some promotions. So we had some happy times there, funnily enough. A lot of people have nostalgia for Withdean. But then to finally get the final permission to go to the Amex Stadium was such a huge moment, such a relief.
When I was about 11 years old, I somehow knew who John Prescott was, which most 11-year-olds didn't know, but that was because he was the one who'd approved the stadium.
This season we had a few new players. Anthony Fati, James Milner, some of them, they still coming here. I can say it makes me feel proud, to be honest. I don't see the fresh stream every week.
Watching us in Europe, it's sort of what you always dreamed of, and there's something special on European nights. The town has been decked out in blue and white to play teams like Ajax, arguably one of the biggest clubs in the world, and actually beat them. And it's been interesting over Europe that people don't really know about us. People sort of intrigued about our fans. They have the whole English image and they just realise that we all drink a lot, and that's it, really.
I never thought this day would come. I never thought I'd be stood here speaking to you about Brighton Hove Albion, the journey. I didn't think it would be relevant enough to be spoken about.
Every single time we do something, I always say, it can't get any better than this.
Where is the next step? I suppose winning the league, doing the Leicester, can we do that?
Win Champions League.
Probably a stretch too far, but I never thought I'd be here. So next step, why not keep dreaming?